but I wouldn't move it up that far if he knew what he was doing. But he's moving decent, but if he takes a step forward, I'm going to move him back to that same spot and release him. Now to the other side, and the gate's right there, so he's coming out, but he's going back in. And I'm going to keep my hands level with his waist. So this is what's keeping his head down. I have the shank on, a shanked bridle, but that's just dipping his nose in towards him. So, towards his chest. It's not creating a false frame. That was. But keeping my hands down here, it tells him to keep his head down here. If I move my hands up here, he's going to move his hands. Well, I have him trying to do this, so it's hard to show. It'd be a little bit easier, because like I said, when I pull back on this, it pulls his nose down into himself. With the bridle I just had on, but I already switched to this, so I just wanted to get working on this and getting the backing like that. So he's doing a good job. I just didn't think he'd do it that way for this video. But I'm going to bring him back up here. I want to back him up, keep my hands down, and ask him to move over. I'm not kicking him hard, I'm not just letting him know not to walk. And I want him to cross his feet in the front. That was pretty good. But he took a step forward coming out of it. So, yet again, we're back in. For the hind quarter yield, same thing. But I would say do it with something in front of you. I have the gate in front of you, or in front of me. If he knows how to canter, which I'm assuming he does, he might take the incentive of you putting your foot back and sitting back as the canter. But kind of dip his nose in just a little and ask him, not forward, back, and just step his hind foot. That is more crossing time, but you get this. I don't know why. It's because that's what we're working on. He's taking everything, taking in the front quarter yield, because that's what I do with him. But I'll move his foot, and this isn't even with my spur. I'm turning my spur out and getting it with my heel. That was a little bit of spur. If he keeps doing like this, take his head away from him and make him turn his butt like that. And as soon as he takes a step over, I'm taking my foot off. That's immediate. I'm not making him turn circles with it. But if he stops, I will go back to it. If he stops, hind foot with it, we'll go and do it again. So turn his head in and take the same foot. Sit back. Come forward. If you're writing English especially. And I don't do it until he wants to stop. Until he is telling you that he wants to stop, not that you're making him stop afterwards. But just keeping your hands, the lower your hands go, the more he'll give of that down. I'm trying to step. Also, if you can teach him, you'll have to work it through each gate. But you can use the bridle and teach him to put his head down. I'm getting a little worried about the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Teach him with the bridle to put his head down. So pick up on the reins, but squeeze with your thighs when he does it, from the knee up. And then when he puts his head down, release your thighs, so that way you can keep him collected and keep using the reins to what you need. And you have another cue to do it. When you start being able to just put your thighs on, and he starts putting his head down, he's gonna do it. He's not giving himself to me anymore. He's a little bit worried about the lawnmower. He's level 1 concerned. Just a little. He wants to see what he's doing. He's not scared of it. But once you get it where you can just, that was a little bit of rain, but mostly to get him to emphasize it. And then he'd start asking for that longer and longer. And the longer you can hold his head down, the more you can do it. The more you can multitask and ask him. I can get a couple steps out of it. So that's where we're at, especially with the long. But it works.